In Paris, it took just under 2 days for a jury of 7 men and 5 women to declare R&B singer R. Kelly guilty on all the charges he was facing in a federal courtroom in Brooklyn. 54-year-old Robert Sylvester Kelly faced racketeering and sex trafficking charges 13 years after being acquitted of child pornography charges here in Cook County, where further charges await him. Joining us now with more are Scheherazade Tillett, co-founder and executive director of A Long Walk Home, an organization that aims to empower young people to end violence against girls and women. Tillett was also a consultant for the Lifetime documentary Surviving R. Kelly. And Jim DeRogatis, co-host of the radio show Sound Opinions and author of the book Soulless, The Case Against R. Kelly. DeRogatis was the first to report many of the Kelly allegations in the Chicago Sun-Times. Welcome to both of you, or welcome back, I should say, to Chicago tonight. I want to get both of your reactions to this news. Jim DeRogatis, let's start with you, please. What's your reaction to this verdict?
Brandis, I think it was historic on two levels. Number one, we have never had a bigger, more dangerous predator in the history of popular music. It is now fact and proven and convicted. Number two, this was the first significant prosecution of a predator that focused almost exclusively on Black women. We've had the Me Too movement see several powerful men come down. Their victims were often famous white actresses. These were Black girls dating back to the first 15-year-old high school volleyball player and choir member in 1991. 30 years. It's historic.
So, Scheherazade Tillett, your reaction?
Yes, I'm just really excited to be in conversation with Jim because he's been working on the grounds of this case for so long. The verdict for me was bittersweet, really because it has been so long in the making. And I really think about what justice has looked like or what justice should look like. And this is one part of it. But really what we need to examine is why so long? Why this wait for Black women and girls? And how many systems have really failed these girls and women and sexual assault survivors? All of these systems, whether it's the criminal justice system, or whether it's the school systems, or whether it's the media or the music industry, need to really examine how they have failed Black women and girls in this moment and how they failed sexual assault survivors and need to reform them.
Jim, you followed up with one of the families, John Jalen and Tim Savage, who believed that their daughter was abused by Kelly. What was their reaction?
They were glad that he was finally brought to justice, and yet their daughter began living with Kelly in this abusive, crazy, cult-like situation in 2019, and she still is not home, has not communicated with them in 2009, I'm sorry, in 5 years. The victims that I've spoken to, the Savages missing their daughter, Lizette Martinez, and the others, some of who don't share their names publicly, have all said the same thing. It's satisfying to see him face repercussions, but this is too little too late for them personally.
And Jacqueline M. Kasulish is the acting United States Attorney for the Eastern District of New York. Yesterday, she spoke about survivors when announcing that verdict.
This conviction would not have been possible without the bravery and resilience of R. Kelly's victims. I applaud their courage in revealing in open court the painful, intimate, and horrific details of their lives with him.
Scheherazade, what do you hope survivors can gain from this?
This work is really deeply personal. I work with Black girls and women at the Center and Sexual Assault Survivors, and I could only hope that they feel like their stories will be believed and that they will find some healing.
Jim, you've been reporting on this for decades. What does it say? What do you think it says about the system that it took this long for charges against Kelly to stick?
Brandis, I can only amplify what the 48 women who've been victimized by this man, who I've talked to in my reporting, say. Universally, we don't matter. We're Black girls. Nobody has cared. about Black girls. I think that that's at the core of this. I think Chicago has a reckoning coming. You know, as Scheherazade said, the schools, the churches, the courts failed. You know, and the heart of this second federal case in the Northern District of Illinois is how justice was corrupted in 2008 through bribery and witness intimidation. And, you know, Judge Vincent Gawne, I wonder how he felt yesterday when he heard that verdict. 30 years laid out methodically in a 6-week case by the prosecution, and he allowed no additional evidence to be brought in 2008. He has a lot of victims on his head when this should have stopped in 2008. It should have stopped with Aaliyah in 1994.
And I know you have some more questions about that case in particular, and I'm sure we'll keep an eye on those future court cases as they're happening. But Scheherazade, you know, how can we better protect Black women and girls against this kind of violence?
I think it's really important, particularly that this case next comes to Chicago and Illinois, that we examine how will we stand up for Black girls? How will we believe Black girls? How will we say that when Black girls go missing, that they deserve attention, that we need to find them and crusade around them? This should be a call for an action to everyone, because everyone has allowed this system to fail these victims.
Okay, that's where we'll have to leave it. Thanks to the both of you for joining us on this case, Scheherazade Tillett and Jim DeRogatis.